Hey there, YouTube. This is Jimmy with To The Top Crane. Today we're in the 80-4. It's a little smaller carrier. It's 4-axle carrier instead of a 5. The inside's a little bit different. I mean, you can see it's pretty similar, but our computer system's completely different. We don't have winch monitor. We don't have outrigger monitors, and a whole lot less switches down here on the console. So this is all for your emergency mode, locking and unlocking, second winch, all that fun stuff. And then here's the computer. It's actually a phone system, or phone, but it looks really similar to some of the PAT systems that I've seen. So I don't know if they collaborated with the PAT or if they just built their own. But I mean, it's a good system. Completely different than the ATF 180 that I'm normally in. Another feature this crane has that a lot of these ATs don't have is you can drive this thing from the upper. So you can treat this thing like a, we call them a picker, but it's a rough terrain crane for the most part. You got to be in certain conditions. You can start the lower from up here, and then this is like right here's your forward and reverse, parking brake. Right here's where your steering is. So you can actually, well, that's front steer, and here's rear steers over here. Throttle for the carrier. So you can operate or drive the carrier from up here. I've never done it. We've had an operator here before that he has done it, but I've never done it. Anyway, we're gonna unload a piece of machinery at a facility that we're at. I guess it weighs about 24,000 pounds. We probably could have got one of our 50-ton Manitexes in here and done the job, but both 50s are out on jobs, so we brought the 100. So anybody that's new to my channel, when you hear me say like ATF 80-4 or the ATF 180G-5, the 80 is 80 metric tons and the 180 is 180 metric tons. So our 80-4 is a 100-ton crane, and then our 180-5 is a 200-ton crane. So, and then the -4, that's how many axles are on the carrier. So the 80-4 has 4 axles, and the 180G-5 has 5 axles. So, you know, just looking around in here, it looks awfully similar to the old 200. A little smaller boom cylinder, quite a bit less boom, and different computer, different carrier. Anyway, I'm gonna stick this thing to the top glass. Our truck should be here anytime, and this job shouldn't really take very long. That's our 4060 VersaLift. It's got the boom on it. Pretty heavy machine, and as you can tell, it's kind of in some soft ground, if you can see that. Luckily, I happen to be sitting here, so they're going to hook some straps to the back of it, and I'll pick the back end up. Right now it's kind of up to the frame, I think, in asphalt millings and dirt. So I'll pick the back end up and see if we can get it unstuck. So the benefits to having a crane sitting there. Push it down. was easy enough. The first piece is about 25,000, I was told. That piece barely fits in that container. This is like playing Operation, and this crane booms down really fast. They went after a bar. So note to self for any manufacturers out there that are putting stuff in shipping containers, just because they give you a minimum dimension doesn't mean you have to, or a maximum dimension doesn't mean you have to use it. You know, that thing could have been an inch narrower and it would have been just fine. Or for all you metric types, even if it was just 19 millimeters narrower, it would have been fine.